Hello, everyone, and welcome to our November office hours. My name is Stacey Hatch. I am a product marketing manager here at GuideCX, and I am joined today on office hours by two fantastic members of our product team, Cam and Chris. And we are so excited to talk to you about what the product and engineering team has been hard at work out, what has been recently released in features to labs, and what's coming down the pipeline that you should be excited about. I'll give Cam and Chris just a minute to introduce themselves to you, starting with Cam.
Great. Good to see everybody again. I wore the same shirt as my profile picture, but decided I needed to be a little different. So I started growing this last night, and I'm glad to see you guys and really excited for everything we're going to share with you. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being our customers, and looking forward to some cool stuff today.
Yeah, and I'm excited to deliver a lot of good news. My profile picture is from 10 years ago, so people make fun of me for pretending that I'm not old, but it's all right. It's all worth it.
Awesome. Today, Cam's going to be starting us off talking about bulk actions, which is a feature that was recently released to labs, allowing you to take bulk action in the project table. And then a feature that was just released into labs yesterday are SMS notifications, which allows you in an ideal world to be able to send fantastic alerts to your customers, to let them know when a task is assigned to them or when a reminder that a task is due, so that you're able to better engage your customers there right in their hands on their mobile phones. And then he'll also be talking about custom emails and the ability you'll have to replace our current GuideCX email templates with a custom email template of your own. And then Chris will be talking to us, giving us a little bit of a sneak preview on some of exciting features coming down the pipe with Compass Embed, and then modifications and enhancements to custom fields. We love having your engagement as we go through office hours, so please leave your feedback, leave comments and questions in the chat, and we will answer those and get to those as we go. Go ahead, Cam.
Awesome. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right. Okay. We're going to start off right here, and we'll be right here on our bulk actions. So tell you what, that is not working for me the way I wanted to. We're just going to go right there. All right, bulk actions. So this is a feature that you'll hear Chris and I talk about this a little bit during this office hours. We recently had a hackathon, which is really fun. It's an internal process where we took about a week and we let some of our development teams have a little bit more freedom. We presented a few customer problems and pain points and said, hey, here's a week of having fun. Let's see what creative ideas you come up with. And this is one of the things that came out of it. And so in addition to that, one of our themes for the rest of this year and 2024 is to reduce the friction that you experience inside of GuideCX. That's mostly in the form of multiple clicks and trying to navigate to something and you have to dive all the way in or come all the way out to perform an action. And so where we can, we want to improve that. And one of the first instances of that is here with bulk actions. And so we've never had bulk actions on the projects page. We've had them inside of the project plan where you could bulk assign and things like that within an individual project, but we've never had them on the project table. And for those of you that have attended office hours in the past, you've heard me on here talking about our project table. I'm going to switch over here. This is one of those things that we wanted to build on top of and continue to improve it. And so inside of labs, you can activate this. It's there ready to go. There's one peculiar thing. Like I said, we built this in a week, and so we're still ironing a few things out. But when it comes time to turn it on, if you come to the all columns and you enable everything and then turn off whatever you don't want to kind of restore what you had, that will make it to where you have this column show up here on the far right. And so you've got the ability to come in here and you can check your boxes, and we'll take those 4 projects right there. And I can come up here and I can do a bulk action and I can delete. And you have what we'll show is the first 3 projects, and then the name just let you know that there's one more. Type delete, and there is a refresh that you have to do on here as well. This is a soft delete, so if you need to restore the projects, they are available to restore for up to 30 days. Just something to be aware of. The other thing that exists is when it comes to, these are all done projects, but we'll go with it. When it comes to the reassign, this is something I'm really excited about, because in the past, anytime we wanted to reassign, it was a 1-by-1 process. The only time that wasn't the case was when it came to deactivating a user. When you deactivate a user, there is a bulk action in there to reassign projects. What's really cool about this is that you don't have to have it tied to that deactivation flow, and there's more control. Again, with the deactivation flow, it was an all or nothing. You could take, if a person had 100 projects, you had to assign all 100 to a person. In here, you could come in and you could pick whoever you'd like to reassign, and away you go. You can say, oh, I want to give these to Ben Bolton. By default, we assume that you want to transfer all the tasks that are assigned with those projects. If you, for whatever reason, don't want that, you can uncheck it. And we give you a few options for emails, so that if you don't want the default behavior of all the emails that come with assignments, you can decline some of that. So sometimes it's enough to just Slack someone and say, hey, a whole bunch of projects are being reassigned to you. Keep an eye out for them. So those are brand new, really excited about them. You could start using them today. So I'm going to move on to the next piece, and that is SMS text notifications. So inside of GuideCX, every user can come to their 3-dot menu up here and come to their profile settings. And inside of the profile settings, there is this view to enter your phone number, and then a chance to opt into SMS notifications. And I want to be really clear with this. This is an SMS notification. So it's very similar to what we've seen with email notifications or in-app notifications. I don't want this to be confused as SMS texting with customers. There's different things that text really has an advantage of, and that is that the open rate is incredibly powerful. It's incredibly high, and it's right there in a person's hand, and we want to give them the ability to take action. So SMS notifications, it's best paired with the Compass view. This is really designed to make it easier for your customers to complete their tasks. It's another way for them to engage and to pick what works for them. With this opt-in, by default, it will opt them into the 3 notification types that we're offering for SMS. Stacy mentioned them: task assignments, task due reminder, and then task and project mentions. And so this is a very deliberate, strategy on our part, where we know that sometimes people get too many emails, or that it can be overwhelming potentially. And we did not want to repeat the same thing and do that with text messages. We want it to be very curated to their experience, so that if I'm getting something as a text and it's going to interrupt and it's going to show up on my phone, it's going to be for something that really needs my attention and cut through that noise. So I actually want to show you this in action a little bit. So I'm going to come here to one of my test projects. I'm in my staging environment, and we've got one right here. I'm going to go, so it's not full screen. Here's my text messages with that. And this is a user that has Compass. So I'm going to come into this item right here. I'm going to add a note. I'm going to do one of my mentions. I'm going to say at Cam, do you have any questions about this task? And I'm going to hit submit. And so there's my at mention right over here. We'll give that just a second. Waiting for my phone. I've gotten my email. That's already come through. And there it is. Do you have any questions about this task? And so with the app mentions, those come through immediately. With the task assignments, when those come through, those are on a scheduled job. So those process every 10 minutes. And then on the reminder, those ones come through once a day. And we've basically got a schedule on that where we have quiet hours that we don't deliver any texts in the middle of the night. We know that that can be disruptive. So those hours are from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you're doing something, a project manager is working on something and schedules a task for a user, they'll get that text that next morning. If they were doing that in the middle of the night type of thing. Now, I do want to show you what this looks like for a user. I'm going to do a browser version. Obviously, on a phone, it's very powerful. One other thing, there's one enhancement that we're making to make this a short link here. Right now, we understand it's a large one. Devices usually stitch that together, but the enhancement that we're working on is to make this a short link. But let's go ahead and I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to open an incognito window so that I can log in as a different user here. This is a user that has the Compass experience enabled. And this one was a note. So it's going to, again, I'm in staging. So it's not our most performant environment. And you can see, because this was a note on a task, it's launched the task, and I've got that right there. I can complete it. I can do whatever I need. And on a phone, this is fully responsive. And so it's right there on their phone that they can complete the task, or they can type a message back to you. Really, really cool, really, really slick. And I'm very impressed with it. As this was a team member of mine that did the majority of the work, and just really excited to see his work come to life. So that is SMS. All right. Oh, there's a raised hand in there.
Questions, yeah. There's a few questions. Ritu, if you want to drop your question in the chat, we can answer it that way, or just after this question, we can allow you to talk. But the question on the chat is to confirm the client will get both text and emails regarding this app mention. So do you want to answer that one first? And there's a second question.
Yep. So that's a great question. That comes down to whatever settings that user has in here, because in the profile settings, users are able to pick what notifications they want and which ones they don't want. So I don't want to say a blanket statement of yes, they will get the emails. They still have that option, but you've got this looking here. So like a task is assigned. All of these notifications are customizable, but yes, in my case, I got both the email and the task assignment. If I didn't want the task assignment, I could opt out of receiving that type of notification.
This is kind of a few follow-ups to that, Cam. Talk about how clients are opting in to SMS versus providers turning that on for them or changing their settings.
Yeah, right now it is an individual thing, and individual users will have to come in and manually opt in to receiving SMS and agree to receiving text. It's not something that you can do on their behalf right now.
And Jonathan, I saw you had a similar question there. So hopefully that answers that. When you're adding an external team member, you're not able to add their mobile number in there. We would suggest having that as part of perhaps like a kickoff call where you're walking through how you're using GuideCX to implement and getting their notifications settings set up with them there, and have them be able to enter their phone number and opt in for those SMS notifications. Okay, another question. What are the pros and cons of having text turned on or off and or email turned on or off?
Yeah. The one thing I'll say about text messaging is the open rate on text messaging is incredibly powerful. It is, I'll have to go back and look at the stat, but I think it's a 98% open rate on text message notifications. And I think that number is like 95 or 90% within the first 3 minutes of that being sent. So that is the biggest pro to text messaging or SMS notifications, is that it's right there in a spot where users are guaranteed to see it and take action. And pairing that with the Compass experience, which really is catered for your customers, is what kind of puts it right in front of them. I would say with email, sometimes in my own personal life, I would say the benefit is having that inbox a little bit more search capability than sometimes is in your mobile device, or it can be a little bit more robust in it because there's more space. But those are just a few things that stand out to me.
Perfect. There's a question from Ritu saying SMS/mobile is text, app is web application, or app is from the App Store. We use, Cam, you can take it and I can shed light.
Sorry, repeat that one more time. The question.
I'll go ahead and answer. SMS/mobile is text, which is correct. These are SMS notifications, meaning text notifications to your mobile device. App, we use app when we're referencing here. We do have a web application of GuideCX where you're able to get on your browser and access GuideCX, but we also have a mobile app that you can download from either the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And use that and manage your projects, manage your notes, and do basically everything you would do in the GuideCX web application on our mobile app. Hopefully that clarifies.
Yeah. So this email is your email. This in-app is to receive notifications inside of our application right here. And this mobile right here is for the actual mobile app that you can download.
Okay. This is a great one. Is there a PDF on this that we could share with our users who are clients to help walk them through this, since we are not able to manage those notifications on our end? We will create that. Absolutely. Yeah. For you. I'm taking it down as an action item right now, and we'll send that out and make that available. Perhaps probably on maybe community. If you're not involved in our community, go ahead and join the GuideCX community, or we can put that as a link in our help article, but we'll reach back out to you with that. Another question, is the only way an external customer can configure their settings by logging into the respective GuideCX project? If so, what if a customer is associated with multiple projects simultaneously?
I'll take a stab at this, and then Chris, if there's anything on that you want to add, feel free. But what I would say is a user is going to get into their project initially via one of our magic links. You know, they get the email that says, hey, here's a task that has been assigned to you, or here's a project. And when they click that view project, to Stacy's earlier point, one of the things that we would like them to do is to come in here and set those profile settings. When they do this, they're setting it for their user across all their projects in the environments that they're in. This is not partitioned in any way. So they're setting their mobile device, and then they are opting into messages. So they would, if they opt in to receive these, they're going to receive it for any of the projects that they're on. And that would be the way right now for how they would opt into SMS. As we continue to work on this and find other ways to engage or bring this and surface this to make that easier, we're going to look for those. But out of the gate, they don't have to have their username or password or anything. They can use that invite that they get, where they simply click on the link. It recognizes them as a user, it authenticates them, and it recognizes their settings, and they can come set it for themselves. Anything to add that, Chris, or does that summarize it, you think?
Yeah, that's perfect. Good job. I'm loving all the questions on this, though. Questions always make office hours more fun.
Yep. Do we have more, Stacy, or is that the last one?
Nope, that's good.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so that is SMS, and again, it's really cool to see this on a mobile device. I'm excited for you to have your customers be in there and just have that really be seamless and pertinent to what they need. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about is custom email templates. And so we've had multiple requests for this feature, and the biggest part of it is that we know that your main goal is to get your users up and using your software, and for it to be that their focus is on that, and that's the system that they're learning, and we want it to look like you and feel like you. And we've had those capabilities in the past with some of the white labeling and logos and things like that. But we understand that some of you are super users, and you either have skill sets or people at your organization have skill sets where you can really ratchet up the branding and the feel of the communication to your customers. And so what we've got is a new import tool. And so we looked at it and we said, the main thing that customers are looking for and that they're asking for is to be able to customize the email templates. And we looked at two paths and we said, okay, we can go and we can build kind of a WYSIWYG of inside of our application, build all the templates, or we can look at it and say, let's build the import template process and make it to where we're system agnostic. You can use whatever tool you like, whatever tool you're already paying for, utilize the skills of the people that you already have, as opposed to making them come in and learn something inside of GuideCX. You might have a design team or someone in marketing that never does anything in GuideCX. We didn't want to force them to have to come in and do this one function of their job. And so we opted for, let's build the import tool. Let's make it to where we can work with anything and let you pick the tool that works best for you, that is robust and fits your needs, and then just come in and leverage that inside of GuideCX. So little screenshot here. We're going to jump back over and go to our custom emails. I should mention SMS that did go live in our labs environment yesterday. So bulk actions has been there for about a week. SMS went yesterday. This one is going live later this afternoon. Me and Stacy will push the button. And so let me expand this. We don't need to see my text message there any longer. So you've got this this new setting in your company details of custom emails. And excuse me, the process for that is you can come in here and you add a template. I'm going to do one as an example. This is, we'll say, well done. Thanks for getting your task done. I don't even know. We're going to look and see which one we would want to take. So we'll say, we've already got, let's go with whatever. We're going to say that this was the one that we wanted. The upload functionality is as simple as, let me come over here and grab my file, and I can just drop it in there, and I hit submit, and we've got that there. So obviously this is just a dummy template. Please do not judge the design skills here. This is for explanation only, but if you wanted to use this as your welcome email, you could do that. Really just trying to display how the importer works. And then I want to go back and talk about all the tools that are there and available for you. So what you need to know is that we've taken the most powerful parts of our emails, which are our merge tags, the things that get to be project specific and are very informative, and we've made those available for you to use in your custom template. So if you're ever curious about what's there, you could come in and say, what do I have in my project complete email? And here are the merge tags that are available for that. And you can come in and build your email and use those same merge tags. If you felt like, hey, I want to take what GuideCX has and just manipulate it a bit and then change it, you could come in here and look at our default emails, and you could download these, put them into an HTML editor, make your modifications, and then come right back and do that same process that I did there of uploading. And then as I showed you, we walked through the actual ability to add a custom email. The thing that you need to know about this is that this is not you creating a vast library of emails of, I want to have 5 project welcome emails, or 6 task assignment emails that you're picking project to project. This is you coming in and saying, I want to use something different than the GuideCX. I want something that is more branded. And you're going to come in and basically replace the existing ones with one of your choice. And so this task assignment email, take a look at that. You can see we've got some of the HTML stuff in there just as an example of a preview. But this is you coming in and saying, I want to brand this, and my task email will, or my task assignment will now use this new version. And you toggle these on and off right here. So if you were to toggle this off, and you can see right there, your custom email template has been disabled. If you do that, then the typical default GuideCX email will go out. If you've got it enabled, then the one that you've built is the one that will go out. And one of the things that you can do is, even if you don't want to change anything in it, you just want to change the subject line, you could come in here and you can do your template. Maybe it's the milestone complete, and you just want to change the subject line, and that's the part that's bothered you. You could come in here, change the subject line, and you could hit submit, and you don't have to upload anything. That's going to use our default template, just with a different subject line. So yeah.
Cam, this is awesome. I know we've had requests from quite a few customers who are looking to have more customized email templates. So we're excited for you guys to get in and start using this. Like Cam said, shortly after we hop off here, this will be available in Labs for admins to go on and turn on for their instance. And a reminder, as with all Labs features, we really value your feedback. So you can, within Labs, there is an area to submit and share your feedback with us. So as you're using and have thoughts, please do go and leave comments for us. To circle back real quick, Cam, there's a question about bulk actions. Bulk project delete and reassignment. Is this just available to admin users? If not, is there a way to lock it down for just those users?
It's available to admins and managers, I believe. I'll have to double check that in the FAQ, but I think that's what we had selected were those 2 license types.
That is correct. I can confirm it's admins and managers. Would there be any way to have it be just admin users on a case-by-case basis?
Not initially out of the gate, but that's part of why we've got this Labs experience, is to understand what people need, what is working, what isn't, so that we can make modifications and refine it. But
Great. Okay, we're about out of time. If you have 3 more minutes to stay on with us, Chris is going to give you just an awesome preview of a few things coming and betas that you'll be able to join. And if you have to bounce, we'll send out this recording following the call.
Yeah, as a product team, there's 2 things you wish for. One is releasing so much that you don't have time to cover it. And 2, releasing the right types of things that everybody wants to talk about each piece for a long time. So this is all wonderful, overflowing of benefits that are coming out here. But just to give a really fast flyby that we will revisit next month, right around the corner, we have Compass Embed. And the reason why we built this is because we had numerous people, both customers and prospects, saying, since the whole point of Guide CX is to help people get faster value out of my offering, it would be nice to keep them in my offering, my site, my software, my portal, my pages. And so that's what this does. Over here, this is not some modification of Guide CX. This is you containing the experience that we would be normally delivering by navigating to guidecx.com, but instead we're navigating to your URL, and we are seamlessly, natively appearing as a white labeled part of your offering. And as far as your customers know, you built this and you have the entire capability for walking them through these implementation projects on your own, so that they're looking where they always will be looking even after implementation is over. All that is required of you then is to add one link somewhere in your navigation saying this is where the onboarding will live. You can call it a portal, customer, whatever you want. And then the process will be just go grab one piece of code from us and paste it in. It really is a copy and paste exercise. And we can still confirm that only specific customers will ever only see their data and no one else's. We absolutely guarantee that security as you're using that type of token with us. So we'd love to give more live demos next time and walk through the details of this process. But we're really excited to, again, bring value to the places where people are already spending time. Now, custom fields are the other thing right around the corner. The short thing we would have you remember is that data types and task level are coming to custom fields. That's going to help you with your reports, recipes, and your navigation. It looks something like this, where I'll just have to give you the fast version. You basically come to creation, and then up here, you choose a data type. It can be one of many different things with validation on minimum and maximums and whether or not you want to require it. And then later on, you just come into the same old task drawer, either at the project level or the task level, and you populate those custom field values. We have a lot of extra phases on this that we'll be bringing out, like adding them as columns in your tables or auto-populating them. And we're really excited to show you what we're doing around custom fields to speak your language and to speak the language of the systems you are integrated with. So lots of really good news coming right around the corner, and look forward to doing a deep dive on this in December.
Awesome. Thank you all for joining. Thanks for the fantastic participation. We really value the time that we get to spend with you each month talking about what's new and getting your feedback and input. So join us again next month. And like I said, we'll be sending out a recording of this month's Office Hours webinar shortly. We'll
Thanks,
see
everybody.
you next time.
Bye.